Mohammed Harris Nalapad. He is in fact the president, Youth Congress president in Karnataka, has spoken for the first time on national television, has chosen India Today to break his silence. Thank you very much, Nalapad, for speaking to India Today. We know and see the kind of divide that we see within the Congress party. In fact, your own party member, Divya Spandana, has come out accusing Congress leaders of unleashing a troll army and trying to target her on social media. What's the reason? What happened with Divya Spandana and you?
Oh, where's Divya Spandana? I have not seen her for a while now. I'm surprised that she's making statements all of a sudden about politics. In general, if it was a normal Karyakarta who had made this claim, or the normal Karyakarta had made an accusation, I would be really worried. But someone who's been an absentee, who's not even been in the picture, suddenly making accusations of this sort is actually worrying.
Well, but nonetheless, Divya Spandana has put up a series of tweets there, and she's attached proof saying many of the Congress leaders are deliberately trying to target her. Why does she have to say that? Why is really there any smoke without fire? You think Divya Spandana is lying?
See, we are not, first of all, we don't have a troll army. We do not have any mechanism of that sort. We are not BJP, we are Congress party here. And whatever she's been putting out or whatever she's been tweeting, I've been watching it. It doesn't make any sense. If somebody of the sense that comes out and asks, where were you, why were you not there at Amresh's funeral, is not wrong. It's a true fact. Kannadigas want to know where she was. She wasn't there when the person who made her MP, who stood by her, when that person passed away, she was nowhere to be seen. So someone asking that is not a fault. I don't think that is an objectable question.
All right, if that's said, Nalapad, I'd really like to ask you, is Divya Spandana really part of your party or not? Is she a member of your party? Do you consider her part of the Congress?
I really don't know if she's in the party or no. Past last 3-4 years, she's been totally off the grid. And I've been seeing her tweets and stuff. It's all about her personal stuff and about her allegiance to movies. No, nothing about politics at all. So I don't know whether she's still a Congress party member.
All right, Nalapad, we're also looking at Divya Spandana alleging that DK Shivkumar has been picking on his own party member, MB Patil, who's a very senior party member, and DK has been targeting MB Patil on Twitter. What is she talking about there? Really, is all well within your party or not?
One of the media personnel asked Mr. DK Shivkumar that Ashwath Narayan visited MB Patil. He said, oh yeah, maybe to ask for some kind of protection. It was a statement made like that. Nowhere did DK Shivkumar say that MB Patel went to his house. It was misread by the media and the people that are speaking out. There was no place where DK Shivkumar accused him at all.
Well, in that case, Nalapad, we're also looking at a time when Karnataka is facing elections and BJP is posing a united front. Here you have a lot of talk about Congress, as strong as it appears, not being a united house. It appears that DK Shivkumar, Siddaramaiah, now MB Patil, all of them have their own differences. How is it that you're going to be able to fight a mighty BJP in your state?
See, Nabila, let me start off by saying that I'm a grassroots worker, I'm a Youth Congress member, and then become a president. So I work very closely with all the leaders. And I have not seen any kind of distance between any two leaders. All of them work perfectly fine. Whatever Sonia Gandhi ji has given us instructions or Rahul Gandhi ji has given us instructions, we work on those lines. And the party lines are very clear. We all are one. There is no dispute between DK Shivkumar or MB Patil or Siddaramaiah at all in Karnataka. I can be very clear and I can vouch for that.
All right, while all is well, you say, within the party, Nalapad, the big question here is, there's a lot of talk about, since you belong to the Youth Congress and your leader and neta is Rahul Gandhi, the BJP nationally has projected Rahul Gandhi as a party animal. That he's a man who's been partying away in glory and jaisa neta, vaisa karya karta. How would you look at your own leader partying in another country at a time when we're looking at several situations and crises in governments where the Congress is ruling? In states where the Congress is ruling?
But what is wrong in partying, Nabila? Nabila, we all live in a century where everyone is allowed to do what we are free to do. Baba Sahib Ambedkar has given us the constitutional right to choose what we want and what we don't want. What is wrong in party? If somebody goes out with their friends, has a good time, has a couple of drinks, is not a wrong thing. What allows them and permits them in their own space and what they believe is what that matters. How are you? I think the person who recorded Rahul ji is wrong. Rahul ji was out with his friend, he was having a conversation, he was having a good time, whatever it was. But whoever recorded him went out after him. That person needs to be asked question. What is his right to enter into the private space of a human being? I am allowed to do what I want as far as I'm not harming somebody else, as far as I'm not entering into someone else's free space. How is this wrong?
Well, in that case, Nalapad, we are also looking at a lot of controversies that you have got yourself into for having a flamboyant life, for having a controversial past, for partying away. How would you really receive that kind of onslaught coming in from the opposition and many of your critiques that, Youth Congress is all about party and party animals?
See, I don't think going out with friends or having couple of these people on a weekend, going out, having dinner with them, going out to a place for nice music is not a wrong thing. I don't think that should be a target. As far as me, as far as I am concerned, I work really hard. You can see from the time I have taken charge, from the day I have taken charge till today. Today I am sitting in Udupi here fighting for a 24-year-old who passed away because she had an MBA, who committed suicide. She's 24 years old. She studied MBA and she didn't get a job and she suicided. Who's responsible for this? That child's life, who's responsible? We are fighting for the youngsters.
All right, as much as you say that, a lot of talk comes down to you may be fighting very well, you may be out there when there is an issue, but Rahul Gandhi has been accused of being an absent MP, an absent neta. He's never there when he's really needed to be there. He's parting away in glory when there is a real situation in his own states where the Congress is governing.
Nabila, can I ask you something? Do you think that you do an anchoring job, you do a 9 to 9, you do till 12 o'clock your own shows, but in the evening you want to go out with your friends and have a good meal and spend some time with them? Is that wrong, Nabila? Same applies to a neta. We are also human beings. We are trying to make a difference in the society. That doesn't mean we do not have a personal space or personal entertainment or personal enjoyment. We are also human beings. We also feel sad. We also feel happy. We also get hurt. When accusations are hit on us, we also feel hurt. I feel that my leader Rahul Gandhi did nothing wrong. He went for a friend's wedding. He went out. That's not wrong at all.
All right, Nalapad, thank you very much. A quick word as I wrap here. You're, of course, you've been campaigning across districts. What's really the chances for the Congress to come back against a mighty BJP in your state now?
See, for 2023 looks very strong for us. We are going to bring in the government here. We are looking at a very good opportunity. Since I've been traveling the state through and forth, I see youngsters joining to the party like never before. The crowds that turn out at every district that I visit and meet with these people is unbelievable. And all the youngsters want is new. They want a change. They want jobs. And they have a belief in Congress party because Congress party is a party that brought independence to this country, that got us freedom. And they have a belief if Congress party comes back in Karnataka, there's going to be a huge change. The 40% commission, the 40% people that are taking all the money from the people, doing nothing excepting enjoying their 40% has to end. And 2023, it will bring everything to an end.